And the next part that we're going to see, when Japan Classic came, they went to Dr. Htun and they asked you to get a handful of students, American students together. And I remember we had spoken, I asked you what your favorite part of the show was, and I was surprised. I mean, it's a great part, but you had said that the students speaking at the end was one of your favorite parts of the show. And Sadie and Lena were included in those lucky students chosen. So I'd like to show the clip now of the American students talking at the end.
Now we have a special guest speaker. Please come on the stage.
Global sea level rising is a major issue that we need not debate, but take immediate action. A valuable food source is being depleted due to overfishing. Preserve ocean ecosystems.
Stop the destruction of our natural habitats.
We must take immediate steps to slow global warming in order to prevent extinction of species and loss of biodiversity on Earth.
By recycling, we can give our planet a break for once and might be able to renew some of its natural resources. We need to get back to the basics: reuse, reduce, recycle.
Genetically modified foods are responsible for more pollution than all of transportation combined. And they're poisoning our families' pets and our families. We've got to ban genetically modified foods and stop playing God.
On our new planet, there are the haves and the have-nots. It's time the haves put their money where their mouth is and provide the have-nots with the means to act against climate change.
Now, the funny thing was, we're all giggling because they're watching themselves, but when the students were asked to be a part of the show, they were asked to prepare a 2 or 3 minute speech about an issue that they felt very strongly about. And Sadie chose recycling and Lena chose global warming. But when we got there that night, they told us that all the students had to cut it down to a sentence. So I'd like to give Sadie and Lena the opportunity today to actually present what they had prepared for the show. So take it away, girls, whoever wants to go first.
Okay. There's a lot of garbage around the Earth today. Humans generate more than trash every day. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the average person creates 4.4 pounds of garbage every day, which adds up to 1,600 pounds of trash every year. How much of that do you think gets recycled? Not as much as it should. All of that garbage forms massive piles which have no use in this world. It takes up large areas of land, and pollutants can seep into the environment as well. Sometimes people burn or incinerate trash. This causes air pollution and can harm humans, crops, and animals. This pollution even works its way onto our waters and soils. Water also becomes polluted from direct ocean dumping. The garbage in our seas forms giant islands of floating debris. This pollution is neither safe nor healthy for the Earth. Most of this floating trash is plastic. Just imagine if someone could make a biodegradable plastic, how things could change. We also can change this growing problem by starting a global effort to increase recycling. This would help to reduce the massive flow of never-ending garbage. If everyone recycled just one more item every day, it would help lessen the burden we place on the Earth. Every single thing we recycle can make a difference. It all adds up. When we recycle, we can use less of our natural resources because we will be able to reuse materials rather than take directly from the Earth. Through an increase in recycling, we can give our planet a break for once, and it might be able to renew some of its natural resources that are not in an unlimited supply. Confucius said, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Let us all take that step together."
Very good.
Very good.
Nice job. Lena, it's your turn.
I think that a major problem with the world is the long-term threat to all animals because of climate change. Just as humans are at risk, so are animals. An example is that polar bears and seals lose their habitat due to the ice melting in the Arctic. With the ice caps melting, the polar bears and seals drown. You might see commercials or advertisements of polar bears swimming and swimming because they can't find a piece of ice to rest on. In the end, if they don't find one, they drown. If the climate keeps increasing, we will see the population of these Arctic animals decrease. Other animals being affected are birds, fish, and turtles. These animals migrate from one region to another because of climate. Since their habitats are staying warmer for a long period of time, they are getting confused. They are changing their migration routes, which is putting them in danger. Also because of climate change, there has been an increase of severe and more frequent natural disasters, such as floods and hurricanes. These natural disasters are causing animal death. As we lose animals on Earth, the balance of our planet gets thrown off. The extinction of one animal will affect the food chain of other animals. We must take immediate steps to slow global warming in order to prevent extinction of species and loss of biodiversity on Earth.
That was terrific.
Very good. Excellent.
You sound like a pro at this kind of stuff, Lena.
Excellent.
Very good.
Very good.
So, too bad that there was over 400 people in the audience that night. And
Right.
that was a really good crowd.
440, 450 people.
Wow. And they all seemed to really have a good time. That show was fabulous.
Yes.
They should come back again to America and do it again. They performed at the UN in Washington, and
They had two performances in Washington,
wow.
at the Smithsonian and at the Japan Cultural Society.
Okay.
2 separate days. I was informed by Professor Hirono that it was also packed audience.
That's great. And they made the time and effort to come
to
to
us.
Southampton,
That's
New
right.
York. Terrific. The last clip we're going to see is the close of the show. So if you guys could roll that, you get to see the whole dance troupe all together. So that was really nice.
Thank you very